Metals is building what some are calling GoldCorp 2.0. The company controls high-grade gold projects at West Hawk Lake and High Lake, which are located along the Trans-Canada Highway near the Manitoba-Ontario border. They've also got the Electrolode property in Red Lake. This is the same camp where GoldCorp made one of the most significant gold discoveries of the past 3 decades in Canada. We've invited Michael Den, who's the CEO of Total Metals, to talk to us here right in our studio. Michael, welcome to our program.
Thanks for having me.
So let's get started. Like I said, you've been called GoldCorp 2.0 by some in the industry. I mean, is this because you've got several former team members here within GoldCorp working with you?
We've got a good part of the exploration team that was working in Red Lake right after the high-grade zone discovery. Rob Penzak, Tim Toomey, and myself. And I think we've probably now been good friends for about 25 years, but we had a good 10 years working together at GoldCorp. So we were there from just before the discovery till right into production. And then Rob continued on pre-production projects for GoldCorp at Borden Lake, in Quebec, and at the Cochenour mine in Red Lake. Mm-hmm. So he's had a lot of experience with GoldCorp too. So
you've got the team, you've got the property, which we'll get into. But first, talk to us about why Total? Why start the company? You listed in August this year. What's the vision here moving forward?
So Tyler Thorburn, who's the president and CEO, he and I have been good friends for about 10 years now. And he and I always wanted to start a company together. We've always been working for someone else. So we thought, well, let's work for ourselves for a change. And Tyler said, I've got some seed funding. Let's go find a project. He really put together the Electrolode project in Red Lake area. It's halfway between the Great Bear deposit of Kinross and First Mining Springpole Lake. So the geography, the setting, the geological setting, the infrastructure is all really excellent, but it's going to get even better because Great Bear and Springpole are going to spend $2.5 billion over the next 5 years building their mines. So we'll be even benefiting from more infrastructure in the region.
Well, talking about West Hawk High Lake in detail, what's the combined resource here that you're working with?
It's just over 340,000 ounces combined. That's measured and indicated and inferred 43101 compliant at High Lake. And then there's a historical resource at West Hawk Lake and several deposits for about 200,000 ounces. Average grade is over 10 grams per ton. So it's a relatively high grade area. And that's what really attracted us to that region.
What's been de-risked here already?
So there's already been some bulk samples on these projects. There has been drilling on the Purdue zone down to about 400 meters, but most of the other zones have only been drilled down to 100 meters depth. So we have a lot of opportunity to continue at depth. In Red Lake, they go below 7,000 feet below surface. Here you're talking 300 feet. So we have a lot of room to expand a resource.
Mm-hmm. Now, looking at 2026 for these two properties, what's the drill plan, exploration, I guess, catalyst that you're looking to do?
So Electrolode's going to be the one we hit hard. We've been putting together flow-through financing that's going to cover a lot of work for Electrolode this year. I think we have 9 target zones beyond what's already been identified as a resource or historic resource. And we're working right now on reinterpreting some of the geophysics that was flown to see if we can find some more detail in the data. We like using data to help us target. Our team includes Colin Bowditch, who's been part of that project for, I'm guessing, about 25 years, and he knows it really well. But if he has better data, it makes it easier for him to pick targets. So we're working on that for Colin, and then Tim and Rob Penzak and I and Dave Berga, who's on our board, are all geologists. We get into some pretty good brainstorming sessions, and I'd say we're probably going to drill close to 5,000 meters immediately in the new year. The property is completely permitted for drilling, and hopefully by the end of April we'll know whether we've found some new tons or added to existing resources, or maybe even made a gold discovery that's similar to Great Bear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you just say you're permitted. This is for Electrolode.
For Electrolode, yes.
How about for the other two projects?
So for High Lake, their part of the property is permitted. I think we'll start permitting probably in March or April on the other ones. There's going to be a bit of data compilation that has to be done with the recent acquisitions. We want to make sure we know where we want to drill. And we don't want to go everywhere and cause a lot of questions what we're doing. We want to be very specific. So when we go to the First Nations and explain what we're going to do, they know what we're going to be doing in detail and why we're doing it.
Now, as we close off the conversation here, what kind of catalysts, right? I mean, aside from exploration at Electrolode, what kind of catalysts, plus when, do you expect to report to the market with?
Well, between Rob, Tim, Colin, Dave, and myself, and even Tyler, we have a bit of a shopping list of projects that we're looking at right now. So I'd say before we even get some drill results from Electrolode, we'll probably be making an acquisition or two. And we're really keen on high-grade gold. So in my mind,
What is high grade to you?
Yeah, 7.5 grams or higher for me is what I consider high grade. 10 grams, 15 grams is brilliant. Much harder to find deposits and projects that people are willing to, separate themselves from, because when you have something like that, quite often you've had it for 20 years and it's part of your family. So it's kind of nice that we have a good team, and I hate to say older team, but we have a good network of prospectors that we work with. And I think our relationships are quite positive. That gives us a bit of an advantage over other people.
One final question is around your cap structure. Talk to us about that makeup there.
Yeah, we're right around 60 million shares right now. We just had the Go Public shares unlocked today.
December 17th today?
December 7th.
18th, my bad.
December 18th, yeah. And so we're having a bit of liquidity in the market, a bit of volatility. I think several shareholders will regret their decisions when they see what we're doing in the future. I think we're going to surprise people at what we have planned and how it's going to all unfold.
Well, listen, GoldCorp 2.0 is a big vision, but you've got the team, you've got the property here that you're going to be looking at. So potentially a very compelling story.
Thanks very much for having me.
Of course. Guys, you guys can go to CEO.CA/TT for the ticker symbol. Very easy to remember. Join the community for free and put in your own opinion as well about Total Metals, as well as any other company that you're following. Thanks for watching.